Hi friends, in this lecture we will study how to create a flat avatar using all the commands which we have studied till now. So the first thing which we'll do is we'll use the rounded rectangle tool, or let's just use the rectangle tool. And I draw one rectangle. This is supposed to represent the head. And then I will use the direct selection tool and I will convert it into a kind of shape which looks like that of a head. I would like to fill it with a little lighter color. So if you want, you can click on the swatches and select skin tones. Maybe select a slightly lighter shade. If you want, you can add it into your swatch palette for use later. Now I'll use the selection tool. I'll press the Alt key and I will drag this down so that I get a duplicate of this. After that, I'll keep the shift key pressed and I will try to maximize it little bit so that it represents the body. I will take this body slightly downer so that I can make space for the neck. Now I will use the rectangle tool and I will draw one rectangle like this, which will represent the t-shirt for the character. I will fill this t-shirt with some color, like a light green color. I'll zoom to get a closer view. And then I will draw one circle over here. And I'll fill it with some color. Maybe I'll slightly zoom it further. Then I will use the t-shirt and the circle, and I will click on Pathfinder and I will select minus front so that portion gets cut. Then I will select this entire object like this, and from Pathfinder I will select divide. After that I will right click and I will say ungroup, and whatever are the unwanted features you can just cut them away. Now I will use the rectangle tool and draw one rectangle in the center and fill it with the color, maybe a darker shade, and using the direct selection tool I'll make it little rounded, and the head is there. I'll try to arrange it and bring it in the front. The neck, if you want, can make it slightly thicker. Okay. Now we want to make the eyes. So I will use the ellipse tool and I'll draw one eye like this, and I will fill it with some color, and I'll use the Alt key and duplicate and make a copy of it like this, and then I will select both of them and I will group them and I'll place them in the center representing the eyes of the individual. If you want to make it slightly bigger, okay. Now we want to make the mouth. So we'll use the rounded rectangle and we will draw the mouth. Or let's use the perfect rectangle and let's draw a mouth here like this, and let's zoom it, and then we'll use the direct selection tool and click on this corner, take it inside, click on this corner and take it inside. Now over here I want to make his teeth, so I'll use the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle. Obviously I'll fill it with white color, and I will select both the shapes like that. Okay, I'll draw the tongue also, so I'll draw one more shape inside this like this, and I'll use the direct selection tool and make a rectangle and fill it with a color, and then I will press shift and select all the three shapes. Then I'll click on Pathfinder and I will select divide. Then I will ungroup them and I'll remove the unwanted spaces from the top. Now I want to make the ears, so I'll use the rectangle tool and draw and make the ears like this, and I would like to fill it with a color, so I'll use the swatches and fill it with a darker color and use the direct selection tool and give it curves, and then send it to back. Now we are left with making the hairstyle, so we'll use the rectangle tool and we'll draw one rectangle, fill it with a color, use the direct selection tool and convert it into a curve like this. Then use the rectangle tool and draw one rectangle like this. Use the direct selection tool and just curve one end of the rectangle like this. Then use both the shapes and click on Pathfinder and you can select Unite. Then use the direct selection tool and select this shape, and you can give a curve here. So well, our shape is almost ready. Now we would like to give it a shadow. So after we have drawn the shape, we'll select the shape and we will press Ctrl G to group it. Then we will say edit, copy. Then we will say edit, paste in front. Then I will fill that entire object with a darker shade of pink, or maybe this one, and then I will move it slightly to the right and behind, and then arrange send to back. It's like a kind of shadow. Then I will draw one circle, so I'll use the ellipse tool and I will draw one circle like this. I'll fill it with a vibrant pink and I will arrange and send it to back. Now I will select all the objects like this, and I will go in Pathfinder and I will select divide. Whatever are the unwanted objects, you have to delete it, so ungroup, and then these extra objects outside the circle can be deleted, and your avatar is ready. So using all the commands which we have studied till now, we have made it a flat design of a avatar. So I would request you to try making this illustration, and I have saved it in the exercises file, so you can use that file as a reference. It's an Illustrator file, and make this illustration. With this, we end this lecture. We'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.